Welcome back to my channel Knowledge Chronicle.
Imagine a world without plants. Sounds calm, right? But what if I told you that without a tiny green pigment called chlorophyll and a reaction called photosynthesis, life on Earth would literally collapse in just a few days? Today, we're diving deep into the process that powers life itself, photosynthesis, and why it's far more important than you think. Stay tuned, because by the end, you'll see plants in a whole new light. What is photosynthesis? Let's start with the basics. Photosynthesis is the process by which green plants, algae, and certain bacteria use sunlight to make their own food. Think of it as a solar-powered kitchen. Plants take carbon dioxide from the air, water from the soil, and with the help of sunlight, convert them into glucose, which is a type of sugar, and release oxygen as a byproduct. The overall chemical equation looks like this. 6 molecules of carbon dioxide plus 6 molecules of water with light energy gives you 1 molecule of glucose and 6 molecules of oxygen. Every bite of food we eat, every breath we take, depends on this tiny miracle happening inside leaves every single day. But what powers this reaction? Meet chlorophyll, the green pigment in plant leaves. Chlorophyll acts like a solar panel. It absorbs sunlight and converts it into chemical energy. There are different types of chlorophyll, like chlorophyll A and B, each absorbing light at slightly different wavelengths to maximize energy capture. Fun fact: ever noticed why leaves turn yellow in fall? That's because chlorophyll breaks down, revealing other pigments like carotenoids, which don't do photosynthesis as efficiently. Now, photosynthesis happens in 2 stages. First, the light reactions. These occur in the thylakoid membranes of chloroplasts and require light energy directly. Water molecules are split in a process called photolysis, releasing oxygen. The energy is captured in molecules called ATP, or adenosine triphosphate, and NADPH. Think of them as rechargeable batteries for the plant. Second, the dark reactions, also known as the Calvin cycle. These don't require light directly. That's why they're called dark reactions. They occur in the stroma of chloroplasts. The ATP and NADPH from the light reactions are used to convert carbon dioxide into glucose. This is where the actual sugar production happens, which fuels the plant and, indirectly, every other living thing. Photosynthesis sounds simple, but it depends on a few key factors. Light intensity, too little, and the reaction slows, but too much, and it can actually damage chlorophyll. Carbon dioxide concentration is important too. More CO2 usually boosts photosynthesis, but only up to a point. Temperature matters because enzymes drive these reactions, and if it's too hot or too cold, they just stop working efficiently. Water availability is also crucial. Without water, photolysis can't happen, and the plant can't make food. So, think of it like baking a cake. If you miss even one ingredient, it just won't turn out right. Photosynthesis is literally life on Earth in action. Here's why. It produces oxygen, which we need to breathe. It also provides glucose, the base of the food chain. Herbivores eat plants, carnivores eat herbivores, and so on. Plus, it helps regulate the climate by absorbing carbon dioxide, which is a major greenhouse gas. Without photosynthesis, plants would die, oxygen levels would plummet, and life as we know it would just vanish. Here's the scary part. Imagine if photosynthesis suddenly stopped. Within days, the oxygen in the atmosphere would start dropping. Herbivores would starve, followed by carnivores. Within a few months, the Earth would become a barren wasteland. Even the tiniest organisms that rely on plants for energy would collapse. In short, our survival is entirely linked to this green miracle happening in leaves every single day. So next time you see a plant, don't just walk past it. Remember, it's doing the most important job on Earth, keeping you alive. If you found this video informative and eye-opening, your one like, share and subscribe will help us create more valuable content.